Hello, Collective, and welcome to Rocks and Rose Tarot, where we're always seeking divine guidance from Spirit, our ancestors, angels, and spirit guides. I thought I would find out what is happening. What's the tea today? Happy Sunday to everybody. I thought it would be a good time for a tea reading, meaning let's get what the tea is today. So I am just going to just shuffle and get whatever I'm called to pull out. And then we will put this message together. Okay. Alrighty. I'm getting a love message, of course. Something that started very quickly. The wine and dine. Somebody claiming they're in it for the long haul. Love bombing. Something very hot, but something that left you a little puzzled. But because the chemistry was there. Okay, Collective. Intense feelings. But as soon as it got really good and things were going well, this person ghosted. Just walked away, no closure. I think that they definitely have some addictions, self-medicating behaviors. It doesn't always have to be drugs, but it could be Collective. I'm not loving this. There's definitely some red flags. I think there was some warning signs, but you kind of let it go because physically you both are attracted to each other. There was a lot of sex appeal here. But this was definitely, oh, okay, hold on. I'm not so sure that this was a karmic relationship or situation for you, but I do think that there was a third party that came in, that catered to this person's ego, their toxic masculinity. And I kind of, let's see. I kind of feel like that's why this person ghosted you. Because maybe there was somebody kind of mingling in their energy that maybe you didn't know about per se. Maybe you kind of found out about this person. Okay. But this, I feel like this was a very confusing energy because they just came in super fast. There was like a quick progression forward. And it kind of felt like your person. It felt like the one. On the bottom of the deck, it says key player. Important person playing an essential role and irreplaceable. I think that this person, whoever ghosted you, realized that you were really a key player in their life. Let's get a second layer of messages because I feel like this is like past. Spirit, I would love to get some current energy. I'm hearing that this was something that happened in the past. But with that key player card on the bottom of the deck, now I want to know some current messages. I want to know, Spirit, what's happening in the current energy with this situation. Okay. I'm getting this person had feel like they were working on their spirituality, but keeping their options open. I feel like this person may feel like the black sheep of the family. I kind of get that this person does the opposite of what people tell them to do. That's just how they are. But I feel like they came up against some very toxic friends. I feel like I think they became faced with some people in their life that were being very fake to them, two-faced. I think it kind of came out. I think this person may have been doing something illegal with their money, or they were involved with some people that were doing that. I'm picking up the sense that this person's really cleaning up some things, or they're revealing some things that were like, they know that some of this stuff was happening. Now with cuffing season, I feel like this person goes through cycles of feeling like they need to be like with somebody. I think they like to become single during certain seasons, and then they like to be linked with somebody during certain seasons. Like maybe when the weather starts to get cold, they start getting a little depressed and they want to link up with somebody. Okay. Let's see what's happening. Okay, this card wanted to definitely come out. Okay, so let's see. I think that they're looking for some balance. I think they go back and forth. I think that in the past, they were doing some things like behaviors that were questionable, but I think that they're really trying to become spiritually aware. I think they're trying to detach from, okay, that's what I'm getting. They're trying to detach from some of these behaviors, some of these people. Like, I think they're trying to let go of a lot of these toxic behaviors and step into some harmony and some peace and happiness. Maybe they're just getting to an age where like, I just don't want to keep doing this anymore. But I just think some of these like behaviors kind of just pop back up. I think that they tiptoe around certain people still. I don't know. I think it's taken some getting used to for this person to kind of get all this stuff out. And I think they still have some like dramatic people in their life. I think that they still have an energy that they like to be single, do what they want. I think that they have like a party still, like somebody that's still in like, I want to go out and I want to party with people that I want. I think they're just seeking like pleasure in their life. So I think while they're trying to balance some of these behaviors, there's still some things present. I think they're scared. I think they're scared to like move away from this because this is what they've known. But I think it's just so heavy on them. There's a lot of mental distress. So I do think that this is currently where they're at. And I think they're trying to find, they're trying to say bye to all this. They're trying to leave this for good. Yeah, on the bottom of the deck, they're fed up. They're fed up with all this stuff. Like, they're over it. I think there's a little bit of frustration. So I feel like that is, if that past situation, the layer underneath, if that resonates with you and that's kind of what happened, then I feel like this layer is what's currently happening. So I do think they are going through a transformation. I think that they are trying to clean up some things in their life, some behaviors. They may even be trying to like weed out some people that they know are just not good for them. But this has been a long road for this person. I am picking up that it's a divine masculine. Maybe you're the divine feminine watching. Flip that how it works for you. Maybe, this may not even be a love situation. It could be, but this could be a friend that you've been really concerned about. And you kind of question, like, why do they self-sabotage? Why do they surround themselves with toxic stuff? But I do think that this is what's happening in the current energy. If you are not seeing it, if you may be in contact with this person, but they're not really expressing a lot of this to you. I think they've had a lot of stuff happening, a lot of negative stuff. So I have this, oh yeah, these cards are wanting to come out. Okay. So let's see. This one's Hand of Cards. It says, take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand gambling. Oh yes, that's exactly the energy that I was just talking about, where you're not seeing this, but I also think that this person doesn't like to show what's happening. I don't think they like to show their cards, and I've been strongly picking up on that energy this week about situations with people. And I think part of it is they are trying to change their life. They're trying to find the direction that they want to go in, and maybe they just don't like people to see what's happening until the things are cleared out, which I totally understand. Especially if it's a love situation. You don't want people to see the bad things that are happening behind the scenes. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having negative situations happen, and I just want to throw this out there. The right people are going to understand, and they're going to have, grace with you. But we're all human. And we don't like for all of our dirty laundry to be aired out for people to see. I mean, that's just not, we see it on social media all the time. You want to show every good thing that's happening, but you don't show the stuff behind the scenes, and this is not any different. Okay, so healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addictions. So I do believe that this person is really trying to come out of some real toxic situations. I think they're trying to be free from some things that are going on. Okay, let's see what else. This is from the Beach Time Soul Oracle deck, these cards. And I think they're pretty cute. Twin flames. Okay, so it says yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. So this person or this energy that we are investigating right now, getting the tea on, if you will, I think this could be your twin flame. And if you haven't done a deep dive into twin flames, I suggest you do. But I think most of the people watching in the collective probably have a good bit of information about what twin flames are. But it's two individuals that basically share the same soul, and it's been kind of split apart. And it's a dynamic where you kind of feel like you're always linked to somebody. You feel this magnetic pull. You always come back to them, like no matter what's happening in your life. There is that runner chaser dynamic where one person feels it strongly and they go towards their twin flame and the other person runs away. And then when the runner becomes the chaser, then the chaser becomes the runner, and it's a whole thing. It can be very dramatic. I feel like I've experienced that in my life. I do have an idea of who I think my twin flame is, but again, it can be very hard to identify because it can always end up being a karmic relationship to learn lessons. But it's quite a bit, I think, of a different energy than, say, a soulmate, which we also have. But anyway, I'm sure there's some details that I've missed in explaining that. So, feel free to put it in the comments if I butchered that. But that's kind of the gist, I think. Okay, sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting. So I do think that you kind of keep tabs on this person energetically, but they may be watching you, maybe on social media. Because if it's a twin flame, then yeah, you guys are always kind of just keeping tabs on each other. And why else would you be watching this video all the way through? You want the tea, right? You want to know what's happening. Hammer. Sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent working on it. So what I'm getting with this card is that they are putting the hammer down on some situations in their life. Maybe another relationship that they're just not happy with. Okay, another broken energy card here. Deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. Okay, so this healing heart, I think this is healing from past situations. I think this heartbroken energy is now they are deeply hurt over being disconnected from their twin flame. That's what I'm getting. That's why they're putting the hammer down on situations. That's why this second layer of cards, is talking about what the current energy is. I think these cards are now giving the reason why. The golden mirror, self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. I think they continuously find themselves in situations where it's only one-sided. They're doing all the work. They get involved with people that are self-absorbed, narcissistic, or at least displaying some narcissistic behaviors, because, that term can be thrown around real loosely. Like everybody, can be perceived as narcissistic sometimes. It doesn't mean they are one. But I think they fall for this love bombing energy, and I think that may be why the very first layer in the past, why they love bombed to get like close to you, collective, because that's the behavior that they know. I think people have used that behavior on them and they see that it works, and I guess until it doesn't work. Okay, stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception. Okay, well, there's more heartbreak. This person's definitely hurting. I think that now there's like lots of different ways that heartbreak is showing up here. Again, heartbreak from people from the past hurting them, heartbreak because they're separated, and then now heartbreak because they just keep getting stabbed in the back. Like they just keep getting hurt. It's just, this is heavy energy, collective. Definitely be understanding with this person if they want to come back and talk. And again, now I have the coffee cup, meeting and conversating, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. Yeah, I think this person is really looking for a friend, somebody that they can talk to. So be patient with this person. I know that's hard. Very, very hard. I get it. Abundance. I think keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude, bliss. I think this person's really trying to manifest you, or at least some peace. I think it was under here, this harmony card. I think there's been a lack of harmony and peace in their life, and it hasn't come out, but I do think this person's going to hit their breaking point. I think they're going to just, well, we did get that. Fed up, right? We got that. They're just done. They're just done. And these cards are just confirming how fed up they are with their situation, with their current situation. And I don't know why I'm getting like very like passionate and like how I'm talking, but it's like I'm picking up that they are just done. Just done. Okay, this is the boat card, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure of issues. I think that finding somebody that they can really feel peace with, have abundance with, is really the catalyst into moving away from all of this just messed up stuff. I think that both of you, when you can come back together, can really receive what you both need. I mean, there is a positive, yeah, acts, cutting it off, breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. I think this is where everything stops. Everything. I think all the toxic behaviors, everything. I think this is where it ends. Cupid's arrow. I'm feeling the love. Have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation or meeting. Hesitation. Maybe because it's possibly feeling too good to be true. But I do think there is this like love situation that's coming to help break up all of this like stagnant energy, all this like negativity, like I don't know, collective, like just this and like the sabotage, like just putting the hammer down on it. This being stabbed in the back. I mean, once you get over this, like over here, it just feels much more positive, much more assertive energy. Like I'm done. Like nobody's gonna talk me out of this. Like I'm done. Okay, so I do want to get just a few messages from the angel, love angel, romance angel, oracle deck. I don't know what it's called. Something to that effect. Okay. Oh, right off the bat, a couple of cards. I'm getting make the effort and separation. Great love is worth taking. The steps you're guided to take, and time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So, I think that effort does need to be made, but I think there's a separation happening right now with the twin flame union, because I mean, like that's healthy right now. I think there's a lot happening with your person. So I think separation it's like, I like to use the analogy of, you know, when you're baking a cake and you've spent all this time with it and you're mixing it and adding all the love, and then there's a separation period, right? You put the cake batter in the pan and you put it in the oven and you're away from it. But when it comes out of the oven, it's like, it's done. It's cake. It's, you know, you can eat it. It's fluffy and, you know, it did what it was supposed to do. So leave the cake in the oven. It's okay. Now I want cake. I want my cake and eat it too. Okay. Yeah, because collective, it's true love. I love that. This is the romance of a lifetime. Like, if the cake needs to bake for a little while, let it. Oh, I just got chills. That's so sweet. Okay, let's see what else. Keep an open mind, okay? Because maybe the situation is not what you normally would like do. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay, so I guess what I was trying to say is that this person may be different than, you know, your usual type or, you know, the people you go for, but the situation might also be like you may be handling this different than you would with anybody else. Like at this point in another situation, you might have been like, I'm done, I'm walking away, like I am not going to deal with this person. But with this person, maybe there's an exception. Maybe you keep getting these messages from the universe like, just give this person some time to bake. So I think you're having to do different sort of energetic, like you're just doing different, you're doing something different. And Spirit is saying, there's a reason why you're giving this person a pass here, and extra time to like get it figured out. Okay. Wedding. Okay, now let me be clear. This could involve marriage, okay, but hear me out. I feel like not all marriages are necessarily like, you know, coming together, doing all of the like big stuff. There could be a spiritual, energetic marriage of two souls coming together, that twin flame. So don't get your panties in a wad and be like, I'm not getting married. Okay, fine, don't get married, but energetically there is a union coming together. Just don't be afraid of it. Okay. Healing family issues. Could be on both sides, but I'm getting that the masculine is doing that. And while they're healing family issues, they're calling in their soulmate. You're calling in yours. They're calling in theirs. I mean, you're calling each other in. Okay? Your prayers and affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. So I do think that while you're in separation, keeping an open mind about, you know, not just cutting the situation off, there is a union coming. You're calling in this person, okay? It just takes time. It just does. Okay. I feel like that's what I got. I'm not picking up on anything else. Well, hold on. Let me just open up this deck. I'm seeing a card here that I want to pull out. Okay. Don't ask me why I felt the need, but there is the last card coming out. I don't know. Maybe this person has lustful feelings towards you. I don't know. Take that for what you want. Yeah. So, okay, that's all. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.